Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Emotional Response Podcast. This is Life Coaching with Ink. Ivory, hello. How are y'all out there again? I'm excited, as usual, to be covering another topic, mainly because, again, we are growing together. Not only we're growing together, we're becoming more aware of not only ourselves, but of others, more conscious of our present day living and where we want to go. We're evolving. And I know, just me individually, I'm evolving. Because no one under the sound of my voice has yet arrived. And when we grasp that concept, we stand in toe anticipation to learn more. Now, today we're covering a racy topic. I say it's racy because of its trending, has always been trending, and someone would believe or even question, how does it fit into emotional wellness? And the main reason why it fits into emotional wellness is because if it is processed correctly, if it is categorized correctly, if it is understood correctly, you are at an emotionally sane place. If it's not processed correctly, if it's misunderstood, it can be a detriment to your own existence and others. Today's topic is on sexuality. Sexuality, when comparing it to identity. Before I go any further, I would like to define sexuality. Sexuality is a person's sexual orientation or preference. It's their capacity for sexual feelings. Their capacity for sexual feelings. Again, sexuality is a person's sexual orientation or preference. Now, we cover this topic because, first of all, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. We are sexual beings. We are human. We are very in tune with what stimulates us. We can be sensual. And you need to understand it for so many reasons. Number one, to remain emotionally sane. Number two, to know things as though they are. You never find yourself walking down the street and calling grass a tree or a tree a grass. You call a tree and grass. And that's how you know you're processing reality the way it should be. However, through life and perversion and experiences, we tend to redefine things. But one thing about reality is, regardless whether you convince yourself this is purple, if the sky is blue, it will remain blue and it will be blue. No matter how much you convince yourself it's purple. And so it's good to be abased with what reality is, what it looks like to be emotionally sane, and to properly label things. Your sexuality is your preference. It's your capacity to have sexual feelings. It's your sexual orientation. Now, this is a racy topic mainly because through the years, we have blurred the lines of that definition. And many have equated sexuality with identity. Two different things. Two different things. Two different things. Your sexuality is not your identity. Your identity is not your sexuality. They are two separate things. And when you look at it that way, you process life totally different. And to help those and reaffirm others, identity is the fact of being who or what a person or thing is. It is the fact, F-A-C-T, of being who or what a person or thing is. Identity. Who someone is. Is someone their sexuality? No. Identity is an all-encompassing definition. So your identity. I am a female that is 5'4". I am ambitious. I am Black, Spanish, Asian. That's my identity. Under your identity, should it be your sexual orientation? No. Under identity, I am a male, I am a female. Sexual orientation. And so we have to divide the two, because through the years, people have blurred the lines and they have made being a sexual being an all-encompassing identity. And they have made it their identity to the point it has been a detriment to themselves. And it has hurt not only others, but more than anyone else themselves. It's okay to dress a certain way, act a certain way when you get up in the morning. You need to affirm yourself and your existence and be confident. However, when you dress out of your sexual preference, out of your sexuality, it creates a whole nother persona. And I'm not saying people can't do it. You have the free will. But in order to remain emotionally sane, you don't want to walk around as if being sexual is way more important than anything else in your existence. And we see it when we click on the TV. You see butt, you see titties, you see lips extra glossed, and everybody's trying to express that they need human touch, human contact, human intimacy. And the fact of the matter is, whether that's on TV or not, it exists. So why do we need to stress it? Mainly because it sells. Because people like to be ooh and wild and out when they click on the TV or turn on the radio. When someone drops the most explicit bars of what they're going to do to a girl, or a guy saying how he feels when he see her body, or the girl saying how she feel when she sees his body. And nothing wrong with those emotions when in the proper context. However, when you get up in the morning, you should be affirmed in who you are, not in who you are sexually and what your preference is. Because you'll find yourself running down a road that is going to hurt you. You get dressed, oh, I got to have my breasts out. Oh, I got to make sure they see the full shape of my behind. Ooh, I have to have them lips glossed up. Because if they don't see how huge my lips is, they won't want me. That's the underlying thing. Human need to be wanted is at such an all-time high, to the point we glory in the amount of likes we get. And it has translated into, the more explicit you are, the more likes you get. So first it was a woman showing her shape. Then it was showing more flesh than clothes. Then it was the twerking. Then it moved from twerking to darn near soft porn. Whether you looking at the BET Awards and you seeing Nicki Minaj, or you are clicking on Instagram, she got to get her views up, or he got to get his views up. So it has to be so sexual. So sexual, because sex sells. However, you should be so confident in who you are and what you like and you like to do, to the point that you don't have to bleed and ooze sexuality. Leave something to the imagination. And I know we live in a very voluptuous world. Voluptuous meaning it's a lot of full figure women. It's a lot of women that are shaped in very good proportions, to the point that anybody could do a double take if they was walking past. So you can't help it. But your mindset is everything. If you heavy up top and you wear, you just have a lot of cleavage, and you can't help it, it's always going to show your shape up top. But people know a difference between where you can't help it and your persona. You leaning over to pick up your bags. You doing soft porn commercials just to be seen. Well, I want men to know that I like men. Thirst traps. We have to calm down and have a seat. Your identity is not found in your sexuality. Because what you'll find yourself attracting people that will only use and abuse you for your sexuality. If you are homosexual, it is not my place right at this point, because I am in the counseling realm, to tell you whether it's right or wrong, what preference you have. However, it shouldn't ooze out and leak over everything.